Have you ever stood up from your chair and felt that sharp jolt in your knee? Or maybe you've gone for a walk, only to turn back early because every step sends a ripple of pain through your hips or ankles. You try to hide it, to push through, but deep down you know your body isn't moving the way it used to, and no one really talks about it. Not like this. Not honestly. They tell you it's just age, just arthritis, just wear and tear. But you and I both know that's not the full story. Because here's the truth that rarely gets told. Your joints don't just break down overnight, and the pain you're feeling isn't random, it's the voice of a deeper issue, a quiet but powerful process happening inside your body. One that starts small, subtle, but grows louder every year. And it all begins with one word: collagen. Now, I know collagen isn't new. You've probably seen it in skin creams or heard younger people talk about it to avoid wrinkles. But collagen is not a vanity nutrient. It's a survival one. It's the scaffolding that holds you together. It lines your joints, cushions your cartilage, connects your tendons and ligaments. It even supports the health of your bones, your skin, your gut, and your blood vessels. And after age 50, your body makes less and less of it with each passing year. That's why the aches get louder, the stairs feel steeper, and the idea of walking pain-free again starts to feel more like a memory than a possibility. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if I told you that science has uncovered a way to restore that inner scaffolding? Not with drugs, not with injections, but with food. Real, everyday food that's rich in the building blocks your body needs to actually rebuild itself from the inside out. And I'm not talking about a miracle. I'm talking about measurable, documented improvement. Because when your body gets the amino acids, minerals, and cofactors it needs, it knows exactly what to do with them. It gets to work. It repairs, it strengthens, it renews. And for the first time in years, you begin to feel it. The lightness in your step, the ease in your joints, the freedom to move without bracing or groaning or fearing the next flare-up. This isn't just theory. It's backed by dozens of peer-reviewed studies showing that the right kinds of collagen, delivered through the right foods, can significantly reduce joint pain, improve flexibility, and even slow the progression of osteoarthritis. Not in a lab, in real people. People like you. And the best part? These foods aren't exotic. They're not expensive. They're not hard to find. Some of them may already be in your kitchen right now. You just need to know how to use them, when to eat them, what to pair them with to unlock their full healing potential. That's what we're going to explore together right now. But before we get to those 8 specific foods, I want you to take a moment and imagine something. Imagine waking up, swinging your legs over the side of the bed, and standing up without flinching. Imagine taking a walk with your partner or grandchild, not to force yourself through the pain, but because you actually feel good moving. Imagine dancing, gardening, traveling, whatever it is you used to love doing, without that familiar question in the back of your mind. Will I regret this later? Because that kind of freedom isn't gone. It's just been waiting for your body to get the support it needs to return to what it's always known how to do: heal. Now, let me explain why collagen is so critical and why you lose it in the first place. Collagen is made up of amino acids, especially glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Your body uses these to form strong, flexible fibers that act like the internal glue holding your joints and tissues together. Think of it like the springs inside a mattress. When they're strong, you feel supported, cushioned, stable. But over time, those springs weaken. The mattress starts to sag, you sink, and every movement feels like a struggle. That's what happens inside your joints when collagen levels decline. The cartilage that cushions your bones starts to thin. The ligaments and tendons that stabilize your movement become less elastic. Even your bones, which are 30% collagen by volume, become more brittle. And all of this sets the stage for pain, inflammation, and eventually, injury. Now, here's where it gets more urgent. After age 60, your collagen production drops by nearly 1.5% per year. And if you've had a sedentary lifestyle, chronic stress, poor diet, or take certain medications like corticosteroids, that loss can accelerate dramatically. But the hopeful part, the part I need you to hear, is that this process can be reversed. Your body can't make collagen out of thin air, but if you give it the right ingredients, in the right way, at the right time, it will respond. It will build. In fact, In a 24-week study published in the journal Current Medical Research and Opinion, athletes who supplemented with collagen peptides experienced significant improvement in joint pain compared to those who didn't. And they weren't seniors, they were young, healthy adults. That means if their bodies responded that powerfully with just a boost in collagen, imagine what yours could do when it's been starving for it for decades. And yes, supplements can help. But food is where it starts, because food doesn't just deliver collagen, it delivers the co-nutrients that activate it. Vitamin C, for example, is essential for collagen synthesis. Without it, those amino acids can't form the triple helix structure that makes collagen so resilient. Zinc, copper, and sulfur all play a role too. That's why a supplement alone is never the full answer. Your body needs the whole symphony, not just a solo instrument. So, what are the foods that can make this happen? That's what we'll begin uncovering next. But for now, let me ask you something even more personal. Have you started making peace with the pain? Have you begun to tell yourself that this is just how it's going to be from now on? If so, I want you to know that belief, as understandable as it is one of the most dangerous things you can carry into your later years. Because when you believe your best mobility is behind you, your body listens. It stops trying. It adapts to survive, not thrive. Muscles shrink. Tendons tighten. Your range of motion narrows, and suddenly, your world shrinks too. You say no to walks. You say no to stairs. You say no to joy. Because every yes feels like a risk. But that pattern can be broken. And it starts with what's on your plate. Every bite is a message that says, I'm not done. A message that says, I still want to move. I still want to dance. I still want to play. So tonight, as you prepare your meal, I want you to think differently. Not just about calories or fat or carbs. Think about collagen. Think about the scaffolding inside you that's waiting to be rebuilt. Think about how that one bowl of bone broth, or that handful of berries, or that portion of wild-caught fish might be doing more for your joints than any painkiller ever could. Because this is real, and it's yours for the taking. In just a moment, I'll walk you through the 8 collagen-rich foods that have the power to change everything. Foods that are easy to find, simple to prepare, and, when eaten consistently, can help reduce joint pain, restore flexibility, and give you your movement back. But before we do, I want to leave you with this. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. And every single step you take from here forward, every choice to nourish, to stretch, to move, to believe, is a vote for the life you still have left to live. This isn't about avoiding decline. It's about creating momentum. And it starts now. Stick with me, we're just getting started. Now that you understand why collagen matters so deeply, and how it quietly holds the key to restoring the mobility you may have thought was gone for good, it's time we step into the heart of this journey together. Because theory is powerful, but action changes lives. And I promised you 8 specific collagen-rich foods that can begin that transformation. But before we dive into the list, I want to say something that might surprise you. Not all collagen is created equal. You see, there are at least 5 major types of collagen in the human body, but 3 make up the majority of what you need: type 1, 2, and 3. Type 1 is found in your skin, tendons, bones. Type 2 is the main one in your cartilage, the cushion between your joints. And type 3 is often found alongside type 1, especially in your blood vessels and organs. That matters, because if you want to walk pain-free again, you're not just trying to look younger or feel more flexible. You're trying to rebuild the exact kind of collagen that makes your knees glide, your ankles stabilize, and your hips stop locking up. So the foods we're about to talk about aren't random, they're targeted. They're nature's direct answer to the specific breakdown happening in your body right now. And the first one? It's ancient, humble, and completely transformative. It's bone broth. Not just chicken soup or a quick stock, but slow-cooked, mineral-rich, marrow-deep bone broth made from real bones, simmered over hours, sometimes days. Why does it matter? Because it's one of the only whole foods that delivers collagen in a bioavailable form, meaning your body doesn't have to work hard to use it. It's already broken down into gelatin and amino acids that go straight to work. But there's more. Bone broth contains not just collagen, but the exact cofactors your body needs to rebuild tissue: glucosamine, chondroitin, high hyaluronic acid, calcium, magnesium. These are the very substances injected into joints during expensive procedures. And yet, here they are, naturally occurring, in a warm mug you can sip every evening. In one study published in the journal Nutrients, patients who consumed collagen-rich bone broth daily showed measurable improvement in joint function and decreased discomfort within just 6 weeks. Not decades, not years, weeks. Now, let me guess. You might be thinking, that sounds nice, but I've never made bone broth in my life. Don't worry, you don't need to be a gourmet chef. You can buy high-quality, ready-to-drink bone broth at most grocery stores now. Look for grass-fed, slow-simmered varieties. Or, if you're up for it, you can make your own. A few leftover bones, filtered water, a splash of vinegar to help extract the minerals, and a bit of time. That's all it takes. Drink it like tea. Use it as a base for soups, or pour it over cooked vegetables to give them a savory boost. However you take it, your joints will thank you. Now, food number 2 might surprise you. It's not meaty. It's not savory. It's fruit. Specifically, berries. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. These aren't just antioxidant superstars. They're critical for collagen formation. Why? Because they're packed with vitamin C. And vitamin C is required for your body to synthesize collagen from amino acids. Without enough vitamin C, your body literally cannot build or maintain collagen, no matter how much protein you eat. That's why in the early days of sea travel, sailors who lacked fresh fruits developed scurvy, a disease caused by severe vitamin C deficiency. Their gums bled, their skin broke down, and their joints ached. All symptoms of collapsing collagen. But you don't need to be a sailor to feel those effects. Even a mild deficiency in vitamin C can impair your ability to repair joint tissue, especially after decades of slow collagen decline. So, what do? Make berries part of your daily rhythm. Add them to your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or eat them straight from the bowl. They're low in sugar, high in fiber, and bursting with flavonoids that fight inflammation and protect your cells. And that's not all. Berries, especially blueberries, have been shown in studies to improve blood flow and reduce oxidative stress, both critical for keeping your joints nourished and your muscles oxygenated. Remember, movement isn't just about bones. It's about circulation, about signaling, about a full-body symphony working in harmony. And berries? They help tune the instruments. Now, the third collagen-rich food might not be one you eat often, but after today, you may want to change that. Eggs. More specifically, the membranes inside eggshells. I know that sounds odd, but hear me out. Right between the shell and the egg, white is a thin, filmy layer known as the eggshell membrane, and it's incredibly rich in naturally occurring collagen, glucosamine, and chondroitin. In fact, one 2019 study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that supplementing with eggshell membranes significantly reduced joint stiffness and pain in older adults over just 12 weeks. And while you can now find eggshell membrane as a supplement, you can still get powerful benefits from whole eggs, particularly the whites, which are high in proline and glycine, 2 amino acids your body uses to make collagen. Eggs also provide sulfur, another often overlooked mineral that's critical for collagen cross-linking. That means when your body makes collagen, sulfur helps it hold together, creating that strong, elastic tissue that supports your joints and skin. So the next time you're cooking breakfast, don't skip the eggs. Scramble them, boil them, poach them. However you like them, just know that you're feeding more than your hunger. You're feeding your freedom. And this leads us seamlessly into food number 4, fish. Especially wild salmon and sardines. Now, we already know fish is good for the heart, but few people realize how deeply it supports your joints. Fish is a rare dietary source of type 1 collagen, especially in the skin and bones, which is why small, whole fish like sardines are so powerful. But even more than the collagen, fish provides omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These are some of the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds in the natural world. And when it comes to joint pain, inflammation is enemy number 1. It stiffens tissues, swells the synovial fluid that cushions your joints, and erodes cartilage over time. In one double-blind study published in the journal Pain, patients who took omega-3 supplements reported a significant decrease in joint pain and morning stiffness, and many were able to reduce or eliminate their need for NSAID medications. So, if you want to rebuild collagen and reduce the pain that blocks your movement, fish is your friend. Grill it, bake it, Eat the skin. And if you can, choose wild-caught over farmed, because it has a better omega-3 profile and fewer inflammatory compounds. Now, I want to pause here, not because we're finished, but because I want you to feel something. This isn't just nutrition, this is transformation. Every bite you take is shaping your tomorrow. You're not just feeding your body, you're rewriting your story. One where you can rise without fear, move without hesitation, and finally stop watching life from the sidelines. Because these foods, they're more than nutrients, they're signals. They tell your body, it's safe to heal now, it's time to rebuild. And when your body hears that enough times, it believes you. It responds. It rewires. So don't be discouraged if the change isn't immediate. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden that's been neglected. At first, all you'll see is soil. Then, maybe a sprout, then a bud, and one morning you wake up and realize it's blooming. You're blooming. That's what's coming next. In the next part, we'll explore the final 4 foods that complete this collagen-rich healing plan, and I'll show you exactly how to combine them, prepare them, and bring them into your daily rhythm without overwhelm, confusion, or extremes. Because you don't need a diet. You need a rhythm, a lifestyle that works with your biology, not against it. And that's where we go next. Stick with me. You're halfway home. You've made it this far because something in you knows it's time. It's time to stop living around your pain and start moving through it. Time to stop guessing at what might help and finally give your body what it's been asking for all along. You've learned about the foundational collagen-rich foods, bone broth, berries, eggs, and fish. And already, a path is starting to appear beneath your feet. A path built not just on nutrition, but on renewal. And now, as we walk these final steps together, let's bring this healing full circle. Because 4 foods have opened the door, but the next 4, they're the ones that carry you through it. Let's start with one that most people overlook. Chicken skin. Yes, you heard that right. For decades we were told to avoid it. Low-fat diets, cholesterol fears, all the usual noise. But science has evolved, and here's what we now know. Chicken skin is one of the most concentrated food sources of type 2 collagen, the exact type found in your cartilage. This matters deeply, because as you age, it's your cartilage that wears down first. That soft, shock-absorbing layer in your knees, hips, and spine slowly thins out, leading to pain, grinding, and instability. And while most people turn to supplements for help, real food can do the job, if you know where to look. In one study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed hydrolyzed chicken collagen saw significant improvements in joint comfort, mobility, and even physical activity levels after just a few months. That's the power of feeding your body exactly what it's made of. So, how do you use it? Choose bone-in, skin-on chicken. Roast it, grill it, enjoy the crispy skin, guilt-free. Just be mindful of balance, pair it with vegetables, keep portions reasonable, and focus on quality. Organic, free-range options are ideal, because what your chicken eats, you eat too. And speaking of vegetables, let's move to a food that's plant-based, anti-inflammatory, and a secret collagen builder in disguise: spinach. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Spinach doesn't contain collagen, and you'd be right. But here's the magic. It contains the raw materials your body uses to create collagen. It's rich in vitamin C, magnesium, and manganese, cofactors that activate your body's collagen synthesis pathways. Even more importantly, spinach contains compounds that reduce matrix metalloproteinases, enzymes that actually break down collagen in your joints and skin. In other words, it doesn't just help build collagen, it protects the collagen you already have. Add spinach to your omelets, toss it into soups, blend it into smoothies, or just saute it in a little olive oil with garlic and sea salt. However you use it, know this. You're not just adding greens. You're adding structure, support, and resilience to your body from the inside out. Now, let's talk about a food that comes from the sea. But this time, we're not talking about fish. We're talking about seaweed. This might be new territory for you, but it's worth exploring. Seaweed, especially types like wakame, nori, and kelp, contains a unique form of amino acids, minerals, and antioxidants that support skin and joint health. But its secret weapon? Iodine. Iodine supports your thyroid, a small gland with a huge role. Your thyroid regulates metabolism, including how your body repairs tissue and manages inflammation. And when it's functioning well, your collagen production gets a natural boost. Seaweed also contains a substance called fucoidan, a sulfated polysaccharide that has been shown in animal studies to enhance collagen synthesis and reduce cartilage breakdown. That's right, it not only promotes collagen, it helps defend against the wear and tear that aging brings. You don't need to eat a sushi roll every day. Sprinkle seaweed flakes on salads or soups. Use nori sheets as wraps. Or try a miso broth with bits of wakame. It's warm, nourishing, and deeply healing. And now, we've come to the final food, the one that ties everything together. It's citrus. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes. These aren't just refreshing. They're essential. Citrus fruits are rich in vitamin C, yes, but they also contain hesperidin and naringenin, powerful plant compounds that protect collagen from oxidative stress. And there's something else. Citrus boosts the bioavailability of collagen-rich foods. That means if you drink a little lemon water before sipping your bone broth, or squeeze orange juice over a spinach salad, you're helping your body absorb more of the good stuff. In fact, studies show that people with higher citrus intake tend to have better skin elasticity, stronger connective tissue, and lower inflammation markers across the board. That's not just surface level health, that's structural health. That's joint integrity, vascular strength, and immune support, all in one. So, start your day with warm lemon water, snack on oranges, use lime in dressings. Don't overthink it. Just bring citrus into your life daily. It's one of the simplest, most effective ways to keep your collagen protected and productive. Now, I want you to pause. Take a breath. Because we've just walked through 8 collagen-rich foods that, together, can help restore your mobility, reduce your pain, and reignite your confidence. But this isn't just about food. It's about rhythm. It's about creating a way of living that supports healing, not as an exception, but as your new normal. So let's talk about what that might look like in your life. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, and instead of rushing through breakfast or skipping it entirely, you start with intention. A glass of lemon water, a bowl of eggs scrambled with spinach, maybe some berries on the side. Midday, you sip warm bone broth while reading or walking outside. Lunch includes salmon or sardines with leafy greens and citrus dressing. Dinner, chicken thighs roasted with the skin on, served with steamed vegetables and a sprinkle of seaweed flakes. It's not a diet. It's not a punishment. It's a return. A return to nourishment that is aligned with how your body actually works. And when you eat this way consistently, day after day, something starts to shift. You stop wincing when you stand up. You stop avoiding the stairs. You begin to walk farther, rest deeper, and feel steadier in every step. Not because of some magic pill, but because you fed your body what it needed to do what it always wanted to do. Repair. That's the truth most people never hear. Aging isn't the problem. Starvation is. Starvation of nutrients. Starvation of consistency. Starvation of hope. But not you. Not anymore. Because you've seen the path now. And it's one you can walk, literally and metaphorically, starting tonight. And yes, you may have setbacks. You may have days where the pain whispers again. That's okay. Healing isn't linear, it's layered. But every choice you make to nourish your collagen, to support your structure, is casting a vote for freedom. And that freedom, it grows louder than the pain. One spoonful, one step, one belief at a time. So as we close, I want to leave you with this. You were never meant to live in limitation. You were never meant to shrink into stillness. You were built to move, to walk, to rise, to reach, to participate fully in the moments that matter most. And now, with these foods, with this rhythm, with this knowledge, you can. You don't have to live around your pain anymore. You can walk pain-free again. And it starts not with what's missing, but with what's possible. You've got this. We're right here with you, every step of the way. Until next time, stay nourished, stay strong, and never stop moving forward.